Welcome to episode 2 of our Executive English series. In today's video, we'll master 5 essential skills that transform your professional presence. First, executive voice in English. Second, power phrases for leadership. Third, status English. Fourth, executive small talk. Fifth, authority building responses. Let's dive deep into each skill. Skill 1. Executive voice in English. The key to executive presence starts with your voice. Listen carefully to these contrasts. Instead of, maybe we could try this approach, notice how I say, I am confident this approach will deliver results. Hear the difference? It's all in the stress patterns and pauses. Top executives use strategic pauses before key points. They vary their pace, faster for energy, slower for impact. Watch again. This strategy will drive our success. Notice the falling intonation. That's executive authority in action. Skill 2. Power phrases for leadership. Let's transform your vocabulary from basic to boardroom. Listen to these powerful transitions. Instead of I think we should, try based on our analysis, I recommend. Rather than we need to, say I propose we. Notice how these phrases command attention. Here's another example. Let me outline our strategic priorities versus I want to talk about our plans. These aren't just different words. They're tools of influence. Skill 3. Status English. Now, let's elevate your professional interactions. Compare these responses. Basic. That's a good idea. Executive. I appreciate your strategic insight. Hear the difference in authority. When disagreeing, instead of, I don't think that will work, try, let's explore alternative approaches. This maintains status while showing respect. Skill 4. Executive small talk. This isn't about weather talk. It's about strategic conversation. Transform how's business into what emerging trends are you seeing in your sector? Notice how this immediately elevates the discussion. Instead of, how was your weekend? Try, what's your perspective on recent market developments? Skill 5. Authority building responses. When challenges arise, your response defines your executive presence. Instead of getting defensive, say, let me address that by sharing our analysis. Watch how this transforms objections into opportunities. Basic response. Yes, but. Executive response. That raises an important point. Here's how we've addressed it. Remember, each of these skills builds on the others. Practice them individually, then combine them for maximum impact. Let's start with detailed exercises for executive voice. Watch carefully, then we'll practice together. Keep your notebook ready, and let's transform your executive presence step by step. Let's continue with example scenarios to practice these skills. Imagine you're leading a strategic meeting with international stakeholders. You need to present a new initiative, handle questions, and build consensus. Here's how to use your executive voice. Instead of saying, let's discuss our plans, say, I'd like to highlight 3 strategic opportunities. Notice how the pauses and emphasis create executive presence. For power phrases in action, replace, I think we should expand with, based on our market analysis, I recommend strategic expansion. Feel how this language commands attention. Let's demonstrate status English. When a colleague raises concerns, instead of saying, I understand, but, say, I value your perspective, and here's how we've addressed these points. Now, executive small talk in practice. Before the meeting starts, don't ask, how are you? Instead, say, what emerging trends are you seeing in your region? This immediately sets a strategic tone. For authority building responses, when challenged about the timeline, say, Let me share our implementation strategy that addresses these exact concerns. Let's put it all together. I'd like to direct our attention to a significant opportunity. Our analysis shows a clear market advantage. I appreciate the points raised about risk, and I'd like to demonstrate how our approach mitigates these concerns. Now it's your turn to practice. Take these examples and adapt them to your situations. Remember, mastery comes through daily practice. Focus on one skill each day, and you'll see your executive presence transform. This concludes our detailed guide to executive English skills. In our next episode, we'll explore advanced techniques for global leadership communication. Thank you for joining today's session. Keep practicing these patterns, and I'll see you in the next video.